Hey everyone, I'm back making my first real video since being back in the US. Well, I did make the winner video, and she has yet to contact me, so please do so, because otherwise I'm going to have to pick a new winner, and I really don't want to do that to somebody that legitimately won the first time, to just miss out on the opportunity. Anyway, sorry, I don't think I've talked about it on here before, but I do have an interest in the paranormal, like, a lot. I wouldn't call myself a medium, but it's more like I'm sensitive. And a lot of you think I'm crazy now. And that's okay. It would not be the first time that I thought people were crazy, that people thought I was crazy after I said that. But I just want to share with you some of the paranormal experiences I had whilst in Edinburgh. Edinburgh. They tried to teach me how to say Edinburgh. Edinburgh? Edinburgh. I don't know. And I want to move there, and I can't pronounce the name of the city. Oh, so one of my first ones, it was like our second day there, and we were just wandering around the city because Ross had never seen Edinburgh before. He'd never been to Europe. So I was just showing him around the city, which was quite difficult because it was during their festival, which anybody who has been to Edinburgh during their festival or knows about it, it's insanity. Like, it's just straight up craziness. There's so many people, so many things to do. Excuse me. But we went to Greyfriars Cemetery because he's heard so much about it. I've told him so much about it. It is the most haunted cemetery in the world. It's crazy. And we were just taking a walk through it because it's nice and quiet in there. And we were just walking along the path, like, here is the wall, like, behind it, houses are, and here's a path, and between the wall and the path, there are mausoleums. So we were walking across it, and I was pointing out mausoleums of people I knew, like, I had read about, and then we came across the tallest mausoleum in the cemetery, which is George Mackenzie's tomb, and it has a rather long history behind it. George Mackenzie, sorry, I have a bit of a cold right now. George Mackenzie, otherwise known as Bloody Mackenzie, led a slaughter throughout the Highlands and throughout the Lowlands, and he is the reason the Covenanters prison exists, and I'll get to what that is in a minute. So George Mackenzie is quite the fellow. So I was standing in front of his tomb, which he purposely made the tallest one in the cemetery. And I was standing in front of it, and Ross was taking a picture of me because I for that picture now. And Ross snapped a picture, and from behind me, very, very clearly, inside the mausoleum, I could hear help. It wasn't really, like, in that first room, but underneath the mausoleum there are, like, different rooms, and then the very bottom's like a plague pit. Fun stuff. But, yeah, and I heard a very distinct help. And I turned around, and Ross was like, "Are you alright, Megan?" And I'm like, "Yeah, did you hear that?" He's like, "No." Oh well. My boyfriend's a brick wall when it comes to the paranormal. It's fine. So, yeah, that went by. I told him what happened, and we moved on from that. And now, a couple days later, we went on a tour back into the Covenanters prison, and which is actually a locked, gated part of that cemetery, which the Covenanters, who signed a document saying that Scotland could be a different religion than England, I think it was Protestant religion that they were opposing, and they wanted to stay Catholic, or it was a Catholic religion they were opposing and wanted to stay Protestant. I don't know, one of those two. And that happened, and George Mackenzie rounded up all the Covenanters and put them in this walled, at the time, empty part of the cemetery. And just had, like, assassins around it who could kill at will, basically. And it was thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people just lying face down in the cold, harsh Scotland winter. Sorry. Just left for dead. So now back there is a poltergeist. I don't want to say poltergeist, but maybe it is. I don't know. I don't really believe in poltergeist, but this is sort of like one. It has been around for, I think, 30 years and is caused 4,000 fainting attacks, over 800 like physical bodily harm, like scratches or like bruising or stuff like that. And it's known as the Mackenzie Poltergeist. Oh, so we went back in there to the Black Mausoleum where all this poltergeist activity happens twice. Both times, nothing really happened to me. Ross said that he saw something. I did feel a little lightheaded at once, but that could just be me projecting, me wanting to feel something in there. But I don't know. Maybe it was because I was with a group of teenagers that annoyed the crap out of me that I didn't feel anything. But yeah, just to get that out of the way. And then we went many a time to the underground vaults of Edinburgh. And just a quick history on that. The South Bridge was built to extend the city southward. Underneath it, 19 archways were built and then split into 3s. And then these were covered with buildings that were shops, homes, stuff like that. And in these caverns, people would have like their storage or like maybe that's their workshop. But because it rains in Edinburgh and they forgot to waterproof it, all the water got in and destroyed it. So now there is 16? I think most of the vaults are excavated now. But there is these 8 vaults that belong to the company Mercat Tours. If you ever are in Edinburgh, go on Mercat Tours. They are the most knowledgeable, the funniest, and just all around most amazing tour company I've ever been on. I went on all their tours, and they are all just awesome. Just awesome. Awesome. But I went down there. Last time I was in Edinburgh, I went down there all the time. I paid for all of these tours just to keep going down there. It's my favorite place in the whole world. So I went down there, and we were doing the tour, and we were standing in the first room, which is the double height room. And the tour guide was standing, if the door is here, he was standing here, like inside the room. And I was looking out the doorway, because I swore I kept seeing something. And it was just like this black mass at the end of the hallway. And I would look back to the tour guide, because I'm like, it's just shadow. And then I would look back again, because I like to terrify myself. And the black mass had moved forward on the other side of the hall, just like looking at us. I could see like yellow eyes now. And I turned back to the tour company like, it's okay, Megan. And then I looked back again, and it had moved to the entrance, like just standing there in the entrance. And thankfully that's when we moved on. If you ever do want me to make a video about the underground vaults, then I will, because I love them. They're my favorite thing in the whole world. That was the only time I ever actually, no, the time before that I saw things in there. That was awesome to see that. And I had my hair pulled twice in another room, like straight up pull, not like, no, it was violent. So I have a couple pictures from that I just want to put up. One, I don't have any losses. I have a picture I want to put up of, I was just taking shots in this one corner because I'm like, something's fucking there, something's there. So I would take a shot, nothing. Take a shot, nothing. Take a shot, missed. It could be a camera flaw, but I'm going to put it in here anyway. So I've overrun my 10 minutes. I hope you guys all have a great day. I will be making, because now I'm really super excited, I will be making a video about Greyfriars Kirkyard and the underground vaults of Edinburgh in separate videos and go more into detail about that, more into detail about what I saw and felt. And I really need to end this video now. Okay, bye everyone.